Among the most mysterious and enigmatic stories about the lost cities and places is the town of Urkhammer. This rural town in the US state of Iowa looked like a typical town in the middle of the American West, as shown in the movies. But in 1928, a strange thing happens. Aerial photographs were taken in the area, revealing completely deserted streets. So, what happened in this interesting town? Let's take a closer look together. I'm Berkay ATLAS. A new mysterious story begins. After the story of a traveler passing through the area, the mystery here has increased even more. The traveler who went to Urkhammer to buy fuel on his way to another city found the pumps and gas station completely abandoned when he arrived at the gas station. Not only the station, but also the office market that made up the complex was devoid of people. Fearing that something bad might happen, the traveler decided to go to another settlement, located a little over 2 kilometers from the gas station. The story starts to get more interesting here. Although various signs showed that traveler was close to the settlement while moving along the road, the traveler could not arrive at it. Although he sped up to reach the town and saw a similar sign every time, he never reached Urkhammer. It was as if the town had suddenly disappeared. He started to reverse before he ran out of fuel and drove the car for about 4 miles. When he turned to re-enter the highway, a strange feeling of loneliness covered the traveler. All the way there, he had a strange feeling that something very bad was happening in Urkhammer. Although some people claim to have reached Urkhammer, it is said that they have felt this strange feeling in the region. And what happened to the people here? Some people claim that they have reached Urkhammer. They claim that they have found deserted streets, abandoned houses and not a single trace of people. According to the census conducted in 1920, this town has a population of 300 people. What happened to everyone disappeared is unknown and remains a mystery. Some local newspapers published articles stating that people had moved to an unknown place and disappeared. However, since it coincided with the period of the Great Depression, these news did not have much importance at that time. In the neighboring town of Oakmeadow, an officer went to visit a relative that lived in Urkhammer. The officer confirmed that the city was completely neglected and no one cared about this place. Although he went there to visit a relative, he found only personal belongings and did not find any signs of life or death. After that, the officer goes into the chief's office and found the place abandoned, with no trace of the inhabitants of the town. 4 years after the mysterious disappearance of the townspeople, Urkhammer was caught in a sandstorm that hit the area at that time. This phenomenon, popularly known as the Dust Bowl, partially decimated part of the town. This place, which was full of life not so long ago, has turned into abandoned fields covered with dust and decaying structures in the sun. Many years later, a gypsy caravan came to the place where Urkhammer is located. The head of the Roma group admitted that it was impossible to stay in that place for a long time. He said the area was filled with tears and the pain of people who went missing and were never found. In 1990, the trustees decided to build in the region. However, when the ruins of the small town were found under the dust hills, they cancelled the project. It is impossible to know what happened to the residents of Urkhammer, and this is just one of the many mysteries that the state of Iowa has. It is not known when Urkhammer was founded. Perhaps the clearest thing known about the town is that it is a small town. Throughout history, people have just disappeared. Sometimes they left a lot of traces behind. The town of Urkhammer could be one of them. If you like the video, remember to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell.